We're going to start at the new beginning of the Epstein Files saga, the new chapter. Let's call it that. We're going to start with Rep. Grijalva sworn in. Only like fucking 2 months later. Only 2 months later. But being the number one signature that we needed on these files to be voted on, which is still a lot of hurdles to go to jump over right now. So everybody should know that this is not a done deal, and this article goes a little bit into that. But I wanted to cover this a little bit because it does cover a bit of what is going to happen next. Arizona Democrat Adelita Grijalva was officially sworn into the House on Wednesday, 7 weeks after she won a special election and just before the House is set up to Senate-passed legislation to reopen the government. House Speaker Mike Johnson administered the oath of office, which prompted loud applause from Democrats, including, guys, there were 2 of Epstein's survivors there in the audience with her. She brought 2 of them with her. Grijalva spoke on the House floor and immediately after that signed the discharge petition that would force a floor vote on compelling the Department of Justice to release the complete files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Justice cannot wait another day, she said. Grijalva pointed to the new emails released by House Democrats earlier Wednesday in which Epstein made mentions of President Donald Trump. Our democracy only works when everyone has a voice, she said. This includes the millions of people across the country who have experienced violence and exploitation, including Liz Stein and Jessica Michaels, both survivors of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. They are here in the gallery with us this evening. Thank you for being here, she said. Which this is her looking amazing. Looking amazing. All right. It's past time for Congress to restore its role as a check and balance on this administration and fight for we, the American people, she said. We need to fight for our immigrant communities and veterans. We need to stand up for our public schools, children, and educators. We need to respect tribal sovereignty and our environment. We need to stand up for LGBTQ plus rights because that's what the American people expect us to do, fight for them. That is why I will sign the discharge petition right now to release the Epstein files. That is what we want to hear from the people that we voted into office. Grijalva's election win was 4 days after Johnson dismissed lawmakers following House passage of the clean continuing resolution to fund the government in mid-September. So when could a vote on the Epstein Files discharge petition occur? After Grijalva signed the discharge petition, a procedure and maneuver to bypass House leadership on forcing floor votes on legislation, it reached the necessary 218 vote threshold for a vote to be forced in the lower chamber. And of course, Donald Trump was literally calling Nancy Mace. He was calling Lauren Boebert. You know, 2 of the most surprising things about all of this is how Lauren Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene have actually stood on business. Nancy Mace, I would say I also didn't really see that coming as well. The Libertarians, I figured that they would be good, Massey and Rand, but I did not see Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene standing on this, and I do think that is in big part due to the fact that Donald Trump has not included Boebert, has not included Marjorie Taylor Greene. He has included people like Laura Loomer in his decision-making process. And even though that's a loss for him, that's a win on both sides for us. Both. Well, I don't know. I might rather have him listening to Lauren Boebert or Marjorie Taylor Greene than Laura Loomer. I'm not sure. That's a toss-up. But either way, it's a win for us that neither one of these people that we do not hold in high esteem got to help make decisions in this government. And also at the same time, it pissed off Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert enough that now they're like, fuck you, guy. You know, what is it? There is no, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. How about 2 of them that are straight up trailer park as fuck and just ready to pull those trailer park bona fides out and just put in work against Donald Trump. This is amazing stuff right now. The petition led by Reps. Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna now needs to ripen, meaning it will receive floor consideration after 7 legislative days, according to House rules. After that, any member who signed the petition can call up the measure and notify of an intention to offer a discharge motion on the floor. Then Speaker Johnson has 2 legislative days to schedule a vote. So the earliest the House will hold a vote on the discharge petition is in early December after the chamber's Thanksgiving recess. So that's what we're looking at, right? We're looking at early December, to see the vote on the floor. The House would have to take several procedural votes with hours of debate on the floor before the bill would receive a final vote. The Speaker could attempt to table a final vote on the measure or even refer it to committee to block the bill's passage in the House. It is unclear at this moment what Johnson will do. And that'll probably all depend on, what was it the other day? Black Boot Official was talking about it. A certain guy getting put into Congress in Tennessee, right? Like the idea was that if they kept the government shut down until December, he could have came in, he could have pretty much blocked Grijalva's vote, and it wouldn't have mattered. So in some ways, this government shutdown ending right now actually ended at the right time if Black Boot Official was correct and that vote special election in Tennessee were to go to a Republican that could then vote against a discharge. There's no guarantee that that person would have voted against it, but most likely they would, right? So, there is a silver lining to the government shutdown ending right now. As far as the bill being blocked and, Mike Johnson choosing to do, once again, some type of stall tactics, I don't doubt that that'll happen. That's most likely what will happen, in my opinion. But at this point, I'd say it's 70-30. Because there's a lot of steam behind the fact that people are saying that there's Republicans in the Senate that might actually jump ship and vote to have the Epstein Files discharged. Now, as I understand it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, chat, is that it still needs to be signed off for by either Trump or by Trump's Department of Justice. And we know we're not going to see either one of those things happening. So this is really just, once again, a way of showing that Donald Trump does not want these files to be released, that, once again, Donald Trump protects pedophiles. If the measure does pass the House, the Senate would also need to take up the bill, and there is no guarantee that would occur under Senate Majority Leader John Thune's leadership. Speaker Johnson was opposed to the discharge petition effort, pointing to the work being done by the House Oversight Committee on Epstein. The committee has released thousands of records related to Epstein provided by the Department of Justice. Some of the documents released by the committee include public court filings and transcripts from his associate, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, previously released flight logs from Epstein's plane, already public Bureau of Prisons communications, the night of Epstein's death, and various other public court papers from Epstein's criminal case in Florida. Maxwell has consistently denied any wrongdoing. So, once again, all of the stuff that they talk about that has been released had already been released. This is like not new stuff, right? The stuff that is coming out now is new. And it didn't come from Trump's administration. It didn't come from Trump's Department of Justice. It came from the estate of Epstein, okay? The estate of Epstein, because it was the defense lawyer of the survivors that told Ro Khanna that he should petition for the subpoena for the Epstein estate. The 23,000 emails that many people feel like were just put out today in an attempt to kind of cover up for the ones that were going to be released selectively by Democrats today on Trump are a red herring. I actually don't think that. I think that they did do that for that reason, but I don't think that it's going to accomplish what they think they wanted to, right? Because there are so many people like myself right now that are on this, that are talking about this. You have mainstream media talking about this, alternative media talking about this. You have posts on Facebook, on X. You have everybody just going through all of these emails with fine-tooth comb, and they are coming up with some of the craziest information already, and a lot of it does insinuate that Trump is implicated at least in having a very strong relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, which of course he's denied multiple times. And there's no reason for you to deny that if there is nothing there. If I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein, if like I don't know Jeffrey Epstein, right? I want the Epstein Files to be released. If somebody was like, I think the Angry Ginger is in the Epstein Files, then I'd be like, fucking release the files, dog. Let's see it. But he's not going to. He's not going to. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and check out that video on the screen now.